Yo, 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 I hope you're enjoying your ride. It's time
for the Drive for 5
podcast. Let's go. Yo, 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 it's your boy, Coach Chris.
It's your boy, Coach Miles.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, man.
We are back, man. Drive for 5 podcast. We are here to talk sports and more. It's been an interesting week of sports.
Man, interesting. It's kind of been wild, man.
Man.
In prime words, man, bull jump.
Wow. My boy Prime, man.
Hey.
My boy Prime caught one.
It wasn't good. It wasn't, besides us going 6-0, like, it wasn't nothing good happened good this weekend with any of my teams. Like, it's been wild, man. All my teams lost. All my teams lost, and I lost all my little parlay bets.
Yeah, I want to shut up. I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because my teams right now, on all faces, are undefeated. You know what I mean? Florida State, we undefeated. The Niners 3-0. You know what I mean? Ridge 6-0. You know what I mean? Like I like to keep it that way. You know what I mean? But man, hey, listen up, man. It's been a lot going on, man. It's been a lot happening, man. We can talk about a lot of this, man. From Prime catching his first L,
to two tight ends following Garrett Miles back and forth to the point where they got a delayed game. Like, the game getting ridiculous, man.
Yeah, man. Like, wild stuff like that been happening, man. We got the Dolphins demolishing the Broncos 70-20. It's like, man, we can go on about what's been happening this weekend, man. It's any way you want to talk about it. But which one want to touch on first, Coach? Man, what's been on your mind?
You got the 70-20.
70-20.
Sean Payton.
How you feel about Sean Payton, man? After that, man,
I'm trying to figure out if he lost that locker room or not. Like, I don't know what's going on. I think I think he's been extremely vocal, lately, and I don't know, man. I think that was an extreme meltdown, and it also showed how dangerous
Miami.
Yeah. Like, I think a lot of plays that we're not talking about that is happening. I don't think a lot of teams make those same plays that Miami made.
So
I think Mike. What's his name?
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel.
Nah, I'm sorry.
What's his name?
It is Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. I think he's doing a hell of a job, man. Like, he's doing a great job with Tua, number one. And then number two, man, I think he's doing a great job of putting those ultra fast guys, and they put them in space, man, letting them run. I think a lot of those plays that took place Sunday, the average NFL player isn't making. Like, some of those runs where they just hit these tight creases and then they just pull away, and like, I think when you have guys that are running 4.2s and low 4.3s, like, the average guy in the NFL isn't running that.
I agree.
So
I agree.
I think some of it was that. I also think that some of it, man, was some of those guys quit. They like, I ain't finna pull no hamstring chasing them. The game already over. Like, it wasn't no sense of pride. Like, so I don't know.
I can also agree with that. I do think that I like what Mike McDaniel is doing over there. He's a former Niner offensive coordinator, or I should say run game coordinator over there under Shanahan. He came under our tree, so he I always know he had an eye for being creative in the run game, so that you guys can hit those creases. That's the reason why we had such success running the ball previously under his tutelage. But also, I mean, more on the where you were going with the Denver Broncos side. Like it's just like a sense of pride. Like I said, I would be had to like, nah, man, you're not about to. I'm in the NFL. You made it to the league. You know what I'm saying? You're at the highest form of, like, at the end of the day, if I don't care how many 4-2 guys you got, coordinators, and that goes on the coordinators and defensively as well, or offensively, or coaching staff. Period. It's like you're taught to be able to shrink the field. So you can have 15 4-2 guys, man. It doesn't mean that I can't figure out a way to contain, stop, or deal with. You have probably the best corner in the league in Patrick Surtain. There's no reason why Patrick Surtain Jr. There's no reason why you feel like you can't shut down one side of the field or come up with a game plan to where you shrink the field game.
I ain't mad at DB yet, man. That can stop Tyree.
It ain't about stopping them. It ain't about stopping them. It's about containing them, and it's about containing. And again, it's not one DB.
I know one thing, man. If I'm Sean Payton, man, I'm going in that locker room after the game. I'm throwing stuff. I'm causing a scene.
Oh yeah, I'm shutting shit. Excuse my language. I'm shutting shit stuff down for a little minute. I'm gonna make them know that I care. You know what I mean? Like you gonna feel it. Like, and I'm gonna let people know that the lockers be cleaned out.
Yeah.
I might trade somebody just to make a point. You know what I mean?
I'm calling Dion trying to figure out how he did it, man.
And you gotta have some years of history behind that in order to make that happen. See, the Prime is so special because, and I don't mean to branch off, but he's so special because he actually have the experience to back what he's saying. So when a kid looks up and they see their idol, and they see that he actually has the experience to do and say everything he's saying, he can back it up. He can show you how it worked for him. You know what I mean? He can show you he played 2 sports. He can show him he went, like, I just seen a little clip of him, playing 3 games in 24 hours.
Yeah, I seen that.
And it's like you got when you can do stuff like that, and then you got a kid and Travis Hunter, and he's like, hey coach, I want to go both ways, and you like, yeah, you can do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I know you can do it because I've done it to a degree higher than you'll ever do it. Probably, maybe, depending on if Travis does some extraordinary, which probably will do. But it's like you got to think about that. Like, you can reach those type of kids. So Prime, man, like, hate him or love him, he has a God given talent to motivate, and also he has been given the God given talent to showcase his talents itself for the world to see, which makes it easy for him to step on that stage and get anybody's to pay attention to what he's saying. So, America, I'm gonna say this here in the podcast, for everybody to hear it. Like, hate him or love him, Prime is here. And he's and he gonna get one way or another. Yeah. And as mad as everybody wants to be about it, it's the same way people love Tebow. It's the same way certain people love Prime, and I like I said before, if Prime said himself, if you are following me, but you are preying on my downfall in any way, shape, or form, you are a fan, and I forever love you, and I'm gonna do this thing just to show you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, like, that's real talk. So, America, man, Prime is here. That's my statement to it. We'll hopefully we'll see how that turns out.
Prime finna get one. He finna get one of these wins. He finna get one of these statement wins, man. Like, I don't know.
Think you beat USC?
I think they gotta fire this chance, man. I do think that they'll make it a better game than what they did in Oregon. Like, I don't think it's gonna be another beat. Like, Oregon just beat them
Yeah,
down.
Oregon gave them and I'm gonna tell you like
Just
this.
beat them down.
I also think that Oregon, I mean, in a sense, Colorado needed that. They needed that humbling experience. You know what I mean? Because there was some banter before the game. They was pulling some antics that they didn't really like. You know, when other people came to their town and did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like it was a humbling experience for them, and it was something that they kind of needed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I do think, like you said, they fight USC a little harder. I think it's an interesting game.
I think it's home too, man.
It's home at Colorado.
Yeah, it's at Colorado.
I don't know, man. It might be an interesting game.
It might be an interesting game. So,
if Colorado beats USC,
then what? What are they gonna say then?
Do they still have a? Do they still?
They jump back in the top 25.
Are they still? Do you still see them as a? I didn't say before you had to see them as a potential to go to the playoffs. I think you did say that they was gonna make the playoffs. I think you did say in the past podcasts that they was gonna make the playoffs.
Man, they still got a chance.
Do you still think they have a chance, even with this L? If they go undefeated for the rest of the season, you still think they have a chance?
To go to the playoffs?
Yes.
Well, I don't know, and I'm gonna say this because if they go, that means they got to play in the Pac-12 championship, right?
Yeah.
Guess who they gonna end up playing? Washington.
What?
Michael Penix.
And they will be a playoff team.
And my boy from Tampa too. You know, so like
I like that kid, man.
I like him too.
I like that kid, man.
And I like what he's doing. Like I became a fan last year. I knew about him because I think he went to Tampa Bay Tech down in Tampa. But yeah, man, I didn't like him I didn't like that he went to Indiana. I don't think I just didn't think that it suited him. But I think he had some success, right?
Yeah, I think it.
But he definitely wasn't.
No, not where he is at right now.
Like,
and I seen I finally got a chance to watch him over there at Washington. He's slinging it, man. Like
and he got receivers too.
Yeah, man, they're dangerous.
He got O-line. Like they got a nice complete team, and I do like Washington's football team right now. That is like one of my sleepers to make it to the playoffs. But we'll see. You know, I'm over. You know, I'm gonna overdo. You know, the whole Prime thing because I love it. You know, I just I love that. I love the excitement that he's bringing. You know, I love Prime. I just ordered
the blenders.
Nah. I ain't get them, man. But I got the shoes, man. That Shador was wearing. Yeah. I just got them ordered. So and I'm gonna get me some Colorado gear. I was just telling my dog the other day at practice, hey man, we need to start Colorado, man. We need to just go check a game out. I wanna experience all that and ride we need to go. So hopefully I get a chance to go see them.
That'd be a tight experience, man. That'd be a nice experience. You know, it's those sidelines look like and I want to say, you know what I mean, this is something that was talked about. It's like an HBCU atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, and it was you know, there's celebrities all over the sidelines, man. There's ex NFL players, you know what I mean, Hall of Famers down on the sideline. Yeah. Everybody's there. It's a star-studded event.
They say Jay-Z coming to the game this weekend.
That's gonna be a nice little event for him, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever seen Jay-Z at a football event.
At a high school?
At a college.
College?
At a college, yeah. I don't think I ever seen him at a college event. So that's gonna be interesting to see too. You know what I mean? But speaking of, man, Colorado, real quick, I want to touch on this, man. Amari McCain, man, the number one corner that was picked up this year, not playing as of yet. Deion saying certain things.
He's on special teams.
He on special teams.
He on special teams.
Yeah, well, you know,
he got some garbage. He got some garbage time this week. Like here's the thing, man. Why am I gonna rush this kid to play when I got these transfer portal kids that have experience? I am trying to. He's slowly pushing him in, right? He's allowing those kids to keep their job, but he's allowing Kermani to take their job, and they know eventually it's gonna take their job. But with the movement what's happening right now, I don't think that he felt like the kid. Why do I need to rush getting him in, right? But he's clearly getting better, man. If you watch them well-off media and what they put out, like the kid is getting better. He's dressing. He's on special teams. He's making tackles. I think him being on special teams was so you can see the kind of what the speed of the game is. You know, this and that. They put him in garbage time against Oregon. You know, like he played against Nebraska. So he's slowly playing, but like, why rush?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, cause guess what? I need you. I need you for this run we about to make next year.
Yeah,
I need you and Travis to man that outside.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Right. So a lot of these kids, a lot of these kids that he do have, they're all kind of like minded or whatever. But here's the thing. He's giving them an opportunity because he's giving them an opportunity to show that you can do something. Prove to me that you can do something, and I'll get you to the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can't tell me that's not one of his messages, but I can get you there. If that's where you want to go, I can get you there. Right?
So you don't take nothing to what he was saying about the meetings and being on time and all the things he said earlier in the press.
As if like he ain't doing it.
Yeah, not that if he's doing, because I wouldn't think Prime would let it get that far. I'm talking more so about like, you know what I'm saying.
He's sending a message to recruits. That's what that was. That's hey, you don't go to class, you don't watch film, you don't do this, you ain't playing. He's sending a message. It ain't that's not what that kid is doing. Like that kid is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just gotta follow, and I follow. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, and I listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this because I get what you're saying with that. But I mean, to everything that Deion is saying, there's some truth to it. And like, this is the second week in a row he's commented like who's in their own way with a reference to the kid. Now I do believe that as a freshman, he's expecting him to be more in tune, like more. I guess I ain't say extra, but like more locked in. You know what I mean? As far as you know, as a freshman when you come into college, man, it's kind of a shock. It's like a culture shock. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you come from a school where like, depending on the culture of that high school, whether it was, you know, high classifications and everything was, you know, you had everything built like a college program, or you could have came from one of those situations where it was just all out athleticism that got you there. You know, you go there, it's a culture shock. You know what I mean? You gotta wake up at a certain time. You gotta be at certain places. You gotta be at certain meetings. You gotta be there on time, which just means early, not 15 minutes late or right on time. Mm-hmm. You know, things of that nature. You know what I mean? And I think, in a sense of that, it was some of that going on. And I think at this point, you know, he's starting to catch on. And as he's starting to catch on, he's starting to get on that field. Yeah. But I do think that you're right. He's planning on saying, all right, I'm just gearing you up. Sometimes you need to do that as a coach. You need to kind of like, you know, break them down to build them back up.
Yeah.
and it's beyond just football. It's just about being as a man and being disciplined with your day-to-day, activities and life structure. So, you know what I mean? That's something to think about, as far as Armani, man.
Yeah. But hey, high school kids, you gotta understand what he's saying.
No, he ain't lying. Like, at the end of the day, man, you gotta. It's a shot. It's a culture shock. You know what I mean? You want to get on the field, you gotta do extra stuff. You feel me? Like, you gotta. It's in high school, in a small way, prepares you for that. But again, that's all based upon the structure of your high school. You know what I mean? Not everybody's blessed to be able to, have a practice period of 15 periods. You know what I mean? Where you just. It's structured in a certain way.
Constantly moving.
And you're constantly moving. And not everybody has state-of-the-art equipment and things of that nature either. So, it's just sometimes it can be a culture shock. So, being prepared and being disciplined in your day-to-day activities is very important. So 9 times out of 10, you got somebody in your ear telling you certain things. You know what I mean? About being on time. Yeah. That like there's no BS to that.
Man,
how you feel about Dame time, man? They got Dame potentially going to Toronto, and it's he's still not traded yet. They're saying he needs to get traded.
If I'm him, man, send me to Miami. Just send me to Miami. Like, what you doing, man?
How you feel? See, look, this is a sleeper. How you guys feel about Milwaukee though? Is he really chasing chips, or what are you looking for? Like, would you sit on the Milwaukee? You give up?
Who they got?
Holiday, probably Middleton.
Yeah, I'm giving them up for Dame.
For Dame?
Yeah. What? Get Dame and Giannis? What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm Milwaukee, why am I not looking into that? I don't understand. I don't know. Well, we gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, why did I look into that if I'm Milwaukee? Sometimes I be wondering, like, as a GM, because I'm just trying to think about that. Like, why wouldn't I pull a trigger on certain things? I mean, it's what kind of asset?
It could be certain assets, like maybe they're not in tank mode.
Who's not in tank mode?
Tickets and like, I don't know, man. I just feel like all that plays a part in shipping the guy out. So.
No, I agree. But that, as right now, Portland, they're gonna need to make that trade. It's already been requested. You know what I mean? I don't see him playing a game for Portland.
Your boy, Wojcicki or whatever his name is.
Ward.
Yeah, Ward. He tweeted out the other day talking about that Dame was going to get traded and then get flipped to Miami. So I think something like that is going on, and man, you never know what's going on behind the scenes. So I think if Ward says something like that, man, then there's got to be some kind of truth to it. So I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to wait and see about that one. If I'm Dame, I'm Bull. Hey, man, get me to the Bulls.
Give me to the Bulls.
Straight like that.
To the Bulls?
That's where you want to go. I mean, not the Bulls.
Miami.
I'm
about to say
the Heat.
Okay. I'm about to say the Bulls. I don't know if I want to go Chicago.
I think I said the Bulls.
Chicago wouldn't be because
the Bulls
Jimmy Ivey
is in play.
Yeah, Levine.
Chicago's in play.
Yeah, Levine. Exactly. I mean, we'll see how that plays out, man. I think that'll be good. I wanted to see him go to state.
But it's only like eight days to the training camp. I think they were trying to get it done before then. So.
Yeah, I know. That's why I see it coming in the near future. Hopefully we'll be on it. You know what I mean? When it drop, we'll drop. You know what I mean?
Shout out to them Braves, man.
Braves?
Yeah, they've been doing a lot. Shout out to the Rays back home.
Yeah.
You know, I think they chasing a wild card, and then the Braves, the Braves breaking all kind of like little history and stuff, man. That's crazy.
I gotta catch one of them games, man.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm going to the game 1 of playoffs. Yeah, October 7th.
Who they got first week?
I just know I'm going.
Yeah, sometimes, I'm just in the building, man.
Yeah,
I
man,
feel
I'm in the building. I'm gonna check it out.
I feel you. I might need to consider that, man. Everybody know October, man. October.
It's a bye week this week, man. What you got a plan, dog?
Yeah, man. Well, my freshman team, we don't have a bye. We will be playing at home versus St. Pius on Thursday, 6 o'clock. Young boys, man. We gotta deal with that. Mm-hmm. Wing T, triple option, offense. But I think we got a good understanding. These young boys, man, they something special at the Ridge, especially this freshman team. You pair that up with a young varsity team, man. 6-0 right now.
Crazy.
Just got a dub versus Meadow Creek, man, at homecoming. We got a bye next 2 weeks, but man, North Gwinnett, the big one coming up, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna see how that plays out. That will have a big impact on who win the region. Yeah, man, I'm confident. I'm confident.
I like it. Until then, like, hey man, I'm enjoy this time. I'm on like a little friends tour right now, man. So last week we was at Middle Tennessee. Shout out to Sue.
Yep.
Sue showed my boy the ultimate experience, man. So shout out to Middle Tennessee football.
Shout out to Middle Tennessee, man. Shout out to Coach Sue up there, man.
They got a nice little team, but and then they got some new facilities that they built.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. I got a chance to see some of the boys and stuff like that in the stand, so that was dope. But this week, man, obviously I'm gonna coach my boys on Thursday. Friday morning, I'm gonna slide down to Tampa. I'm gonna go check out Big Sue, Allen down there with Warden. Shout out to Coach Bayham, hey man,
Warren.
Like what you doing down there. I want my sideline pass too.
Gotta get that sideline pass, man.
But yeah, man. So I'm gonna go check out some football down in Tampa. And just get a chance to relax. But it's also kind of a work week because I'm gonna be with Cerebral Sports, and I'm gonna learn some things from them. And
shout out to Cerebral Sports.
Yeah, man, they always shooting out that good content.
Yeah, man. They'll break down
the beauty in the details.
Hey, telling you, man, they'll have it broke down in so many details. You like, you know what I mean? You find you can really understand the game in a different light.
So I'm gonna go learn some ball while I'm down there, and then I'm gonna come back and I got a plan for the week for my boys at my position group, and we're gonna get better. And I think we're gonna start kind of implementing some of the things that I want to get done. But I'm just taking this time right now to get better. I want to sharpen up some more things, and it's just all technique stuff right now. Like,
yeah,
I got time.
Yeah, we got time. We got time. Ain't nothing but time. This is the best time to teach technique. During a couple of bye weeks. Yeah, man, and I'm probably just the weekend after the game. I'll next week we got a wedding. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fat Nasty. You know what I mean? We're gonna shout out to that wedding, man. Boy getting married. But yeah, man. Besides that, man, yeah, I'm just gonna chill, watch some football. I wanna sit back and finally relax and get to watch some football without having to go into the meetings on Sundays and dealing with preparing for an opponent the next week. I can finally just sit in the house kick my feet up, and watch football. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoy football instead of it being such a breakdown, man. So that's probably my weekend, man. I'm rooting for my teams. Let's go FSU. Let's go Colorado. I'm still rooting for you, Prime. I want that upset.
I gotta find out who Florida play. I gotta see what's up with that, man. Hey, speaking of Florida, man, did you see that catch?
Yeah, man. Hey, the one-handed in traffic.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Is that the greatest catch in history that you know? Is it top 3?
It's definitely top 3. It's definitely top 3. But it's 2 catches that come to mind.
Man, don't say the catching back in the end zone with Dallas Clark or whatever his name is.
Somehow.
The 49ers stole in the damn commercial that y'all always be
No, man. No, hell, that is the catch though. That's the original catch. Yeah. But nah, not that one, man. It's 2 catches that always come to mind when I come to the greatest catches. One was in the Super Bowl, man. It's Antonio Holmes.
When he caught it on this,
and he caught it
in the back of the
end zone.
Feet.
I never forget how how immaculate of a catch that was.
That was some ballerina stuff.
That was one of the most amazing catches, and then obviously the Odell catch. You know, with him reaching back, like I still think that was something different.
Hey, what about the Tyrone Proto catch? The Bama receiver, man, caught the ball.
Prothrow. Yeah.
Tyrone Proto, you don't know Tyrone?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Is that the
receiver for Bama back in the day?
Yes, is that one with his knee?
I think he did mess the knee up.
Yeah.
Then he came back. And then had an awesome year. I
gotta see that one. But I when it comes to my mind, I say catches. Those 2 catches always pop up as the best catches I've ever seen. And you know what I mean? Like Chris Carter had a lot of those catches too, just on the sideline, just feet just barely touching, and he just makes the ballerina
because
catch.
It was the Super Bowl.
But because it was a Super Bowl and the defender was was right there, and he still made that catch, I was like, yeah, this is by far one of the best catches ever. That's it. Like he's topped it right now. Like there was a lot of great catches, man. You know, Megatrons, the D hops, all that, but that catch right there, with the magnitude of having to catch it, that's the catch of best catch of all time to me. Easy.
That was a great catch, man. So I just, hey, Coach Napier, if you're listening to this podcast, hey man, we need some receivers. I know you got 50,000 running backs over there, man. They doing their thing, and you're a big upfront, physical, downhill run, stretch zone team. Hey, but listen, I want to see some receivers, man. I want to see some Riddell Anthony's. I want to see some Percy Harvins. Like I want to see those kind of guys, like the Riche Caldwells. You know, like
you gotta come to the Ridge, man. You gotta come to the Ridge. Don't you got 3 receivers in the top 10?
Yeah, I got some dogs.
You know, you shout out to King Thomas. Yeah. You know, Miles Abernathy, Lamar White.
Hey, don't forget about my boy.
Shady Tide. Shady Tide.
Yeah.
I call him Shady Tide.
Why you playing? He gonna be a problem.
He is a problem. He's starting to really come into his own. You said it. You know what I mean? I think during our spring post game show, you talked about, you know what I mean, once he started to realize how good he can be. You know, he's gonna turn it up, and he's been turning it up. And you know, it's been a delight to see those young guys, man, go out there, contribute, and see everything. Yeah, man, the O line, D line, shout out to Lestar, you know what I mean, Zach, Ryan, you know, these kids, man, came to play, and it's like it's a completely different culture than it was last year. and the kids actually are playing up to their potential. And really, we really ain't even peaked yet, man. This is a young team. It's a very young team. I think we got something brewing. We definitely got something brewing. Speaking of, man, real quick, you know, they say Gervonta Davis is coming out of retirement, or not retirement, of his hiatus. He gonna fight somebody in January, man. Who you think you got? Who you think you got to close us out?
I don't know. Is Stevenson?
I don't know. It's to be determined.
Does
Is
it
it
jump
Bud?
up for Bud?
Is it Bud? We gonna see, man. Because I feel like Gervonta is only fighting those mega fights now. If it ain't, it gotta make sense to him. And at this point, him and Bud, man, he putting it all online, man. Because Bud,
hey, I'm saying this right now. If Bud and Gervonta Davis fight and it's in Vegas,
who you got?
that ain't who I got, man. Hey, Rod, I want to go to the fight. I'm putting it out there right now. Hey, I want to go.
Yeah. Bring me too, man. We go Drop the Five podcast, man. We'll broadcast live from the fight.
Yeah, man. Cause I want to go, Rod. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Cause like Gervonta, his style. They say style make fights, you know. So like he's methodical and he's slow, like he's slowly, methodically just tearing you apart, and then boom, 7th, 8th round knockout, bam, you know. So like, but Bud is just like busting you down from round 1 all the way to damn 12.
Yeah.
Like he on you, he on you, he on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just don't know how Gervonta Davis will respond. That's like, I don't know what Tank would do, you know, but they say style make fights, man. I think it'll be a great fight. Like, I think, oh no, it ain't, man, because your boy just exercised his rematch clause. I'm tripping.
Oh, you mean
Earl?
Earl did.
Yeah,
Earl did.
man.
So it
So
can't
I
be
think
Bud. You know what? You right. Damn, he did.
Yeah. So it ain't gonna be that, man.
Is that smart? Was that a smart to do?
Yeah.
Do you think he has a chance to beat him?
Like, you got to sit. Now, if you do it to me twice, man, then that's that. But you know,
you gotta run your one back.
I gotta run it back because you don't. I mean, like
that was a dominant. That was a dominant loss, man. He didn't. It wasn't.
You don't know what was going on leading up to it. Like, I bet you he went back and he watched that jump, man. He was like, oh shit, damn, whoa. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to compare it to like a basketball or football or something like that because it's a totally different sport. But like, you deserve a rematch, man. Like, you can't be that big and you got that much to lose, and they, you know. Like,
yeah.
Boxing can go any way, man. Like, so you just, I mean, maybe it was just his night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It could have very well been.
It could have just been his night. Like, nobody has ever dismantled that man the way he dismantled Spence. You know, so
right. So if he does it again, are we now saying
if he does it again, Spence need to retire and go live on his farmland that he bought with his money?
And that makes perfect sense for Spence. Now I'm talking about Crawford. Is he now the best fighter since Mayweather? Is he chasing Mayweather in history as one of the greatest fighters?
Well, he ain't gonna catch Mayweather. He gonna make his own legacy though.
What you mean? You think he's not gonna be able to get to 50-0? You don't think Bud has that?
I think Bud. I mean, he does, but I think Bud. He's not fighting enough a year. When you looked at Floyd was fighting in May, and then he was fighting again in September, October,
2 fights
on both those Mexican holidays, or whatever. So, Bud just fought in July. You know what I'm saying? And he still don't have a date. He still don't have none of that. Like, he probably won't fight your boy until like March or something like that, April, man. So, like, nah, I can't see him catching that. You know, but he's gonna make his own legacy and he's gonna do his own thing.
Does he catch an L before it's all over?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting to see because I don't think Bud don't strike me as somebody that's about to retire soon, and I feel like he's about to go. I think he's like 34, 35. And I feel like he's gonna run on a little streak of fights now that he sees his potential of how much money he can make, and where he's headed with his this little prime moment he has. You know what I mean? He might go on a little two-year fights, a run, especially if he catches one of these young kids like Javante or Stevenson. Or one of those fights and gets in the ring with one of them, and it's like now we got a whole other situation. You know what I mean? He knocks out one of them, so it's interesting to see, man. It's gonna be good to see what goes on, man, in the next couple of days in sports. You know what I mean? This has been good having this little powwow about what the weekend brung. We'll be back at a later date. You know what I mean? To talk about what happens this weekend, man. It's Drive for 5 podcast. It's your boy, Coach Chris.
Boy, Coach Miles.
Y'all be
out
out.
This thing, man.
Be safe, man.